Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel for entertainment purposes only. For those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. Through this channel I'll be providing some stock analysis and a quick update on the $1 Million Challenge. So if anybody's not aware of this, this is a journey of an investment of $1,000 to a return of $1 million over a period of 3 years using a strategy called compound return investing. So the objective is try to get 201 trades, each with an average return of 3.5%. It's not 201 consecutive trades, we do take into account losses. So for further details about how to join us for a little as $9 a month, information is available in the description below. In the previous video we did a prediction for S1 approval for MMTLP, so please refer back to the previous video for that prediction. We also looked at important updates for MULN, Mullen Automotive, as well as important update for ABML, American Battery Metal. So those are available in the previous video. In today's video we're going to be looking at MMTLP, and the focus is going to be on an acquisition of a company also in the Permian Basin in October 2022. So details of that with a potential share price of $140 per share. So I'm going to be sharing details of that shortly. So first of all, let's have a quick look at what's happening in the markets. Quick headline here: the US markets are giving up gains as bond yields jump. So the S&P 500 went down approximately 0.47% at time of editing. The euro added 0.16% against the dollar. If we look at the heat map, we can see it's not a clean sweep of red, but quite a significant amount of red, with many stocks not doing well. But the one I think I'd like to focus on here is Tesla. That's down right now approximately 7% at time of editing based on the earnings, which were not well received. And finally, the other piece of news I'd like to share with you is with regard to Liz Truss. And what we can see here is she has destroyed the market, she has destroyed the economy, she's almost destroyed the pensions, but we would like to congratulate her because after 45 days in office, she is a record breaker for the shortest ever Prime Minister, and she is now eligible to collect a yearly allowance of £145,000 for the rest of her life. So 3 cheers for Liz. So let's now start by having a look at the chart for MMTLP. So this is the 5-day chart. So we can see that previously this was trading in excess of $7. It has come down quite significantly, but just as recently as 18th of October 2022, it was trading just above the $3 mark. And since then we have seen a good sustained movement up. There have been significant amount of short attacks. And today the pleasing news is it was up in excess of 10%, closing at time of editing at $4.42. And at one point it was also up in excess of $4.63. So in terms of short interest, we can see there are only 20,000 shares available at time of editing. The borrow fee has been remaining consistent around about 34.3%. So going forward, what the brokers now need to do is they need to ensure that all shorts are covering their positions, and this is going to be critically important once S1 is approved. Because obviously shorts will not be entitled to shares in Nextbridge, and they must cover, and they will be forced to cover. What I'd now like to do is share with you information with regard to Diamond Back Energy, ticker symbol FANG. They have just agreed an acquisition October 2022. So this is for a company called Firebird Energy. It's based in the Permian, and this company is involved in oil and gas. So this is a headline, and this is a post that I shared earlier today. So we're going to have a look at the details of this now. So what are the implications for this or for MMTLP? So before we look at that, let's have a look at the finer details of the deal. So it's a $1.6 billion deal looking at oil and gas assets in the Permian Basin, obviously as the energy market is looking to recover. So in terms of the finer details, the company announced that it's looking to purchase this company, which is known as Firebird Energy, and it's looking at paying $775 million in cash, 5.6 million shares of Diamondback valued at around about $140 per share. So included in this, you're looking at 75,000 acres in the Eastern Midland Sun Basin of the Permian. In terms of the production of oil, we're looking at an estimated 22,000 barrels of oil or equivalent per day. In terms of the company, Diamond Back is saying it's planning to maintain present production levels as it reduces operating oil and gas rigs from there to the one operated on the lands. And finally, I would also like to share with you here, in terms of the deal, also includes 2,100 acres producing wells, 5 producing wells and 2 in the process of being completed. So let's have a look at the company in question that is being bought out. This is known as Firebird Energy LLC. So this is a company that's based in Texas, Fort Worth. It's an upstream oil and gas company located in the Midland Basin. It has a strong long-term commitment with regard to its ownership and an innovative and experienced management team. So in terms of its area and its assets, we can see here it currently consists of approximately 72,000 gross acres. So if we have a look at the location here, what's interesting, I think from our point of view, is the companies located in this area. We have ConocoPhillips, we have XTO Energy, which is also associated with Exxon. Then we have Oxy and also SM Energy. So all these companies are prime candidates for MMTLP as a potential buyer of Nextbridge. So the one I'm certainly interested in is XTO Energy. Let's now have a look at a potential comparison with MMTLP. So shout out here to Metamaterial News, and what they've stated here is that the company has 77,000 acres of land, produces 22,000 barrels of oil per day. So with regard to Nextbridge, they will have approximately 134,000 acres of land and projected production of approximately total asset value 3.2 billion barrels of oil. So in terms of gas, that will be in addition to that, and we're looking at, in my opinion, in excess of 6 trillion cubic feet of gas, but again, that's unconfirmed. So let's now have a look at a comparison with regard to Diamond Energy Incorporated, also known as FANG, on trading on the Nasdaq. So if we look at the right hand side here, this is a company engaged in hydrocarbon exploration. It's headquartered in Texas, but in terms of its assets, can see here its company has approximately 1.78 billion barrels of oil or equivalent, and this includes petroleum, 24% natural gas and 24% natural gas liquids. So the total here is 1.78 billion barrels of oil or equivalent. Share price here for the company $146. So we'll compare that with Nextbridge. They have again confirmed from an independent party, estimated 3.2 billion barrels of oil plus gas in addition to that. Again, these are from third-party estimates. So if we look at, just compare the oil, it's probably close to nearly double that of Diamond Back Energy. What I'd now like to do is give a shout out to Dreary Moon, who's also tried to do a comparison. What he stated here is $1.6 billion. We're looking at $140 per share, and he's calculated that to be just in excess of 11.4 million shares outstanding. He stated, are there around 300 million shares of MMTLP? So my response at the bottom, I think obviously there are approximately 165 million shares of MMTLP, but if we want to compare, then the comparison cannot be done just on the number of shares. It also has to be comparison of the value of assets. So in my opinion, I believe the assets of Nextbridge, looking at oil, gas and land, are going to be a key factor in the price that we potentially receive, and also going to be a key factor in terms of comparison. So the way I see things going forward, after S1 approval, we'll get confirmation of dates. After that, I think hopefully very soon we will get confirmation of news with regard to buyer. Once we get news of the buyer, I think there'll be significantly more information revealed with regard to estimates for oil, estimates for gas, and also potential price. So for now, it's a case of we must have a little bit of patience. And finally, I'd like to give a shout out to our weekly watch list. This is shared in advance with our Discord members who get this prior to trading on the Monday. So let's have a look at some of the calls that we made this week. Remember, not all calls are successful, but one of the ones that we are watching extremely carefully every day, MMTLP. So far that's doing exceptionally well, and also did quite well today. But we also called out tick symbol IMRA, and that was IMRA, that was up approximately 6% today and 20% on the week. We also called out LASE. That did quite well last week, but today it was down 8%. And again, remember, all calls are not successful. We also called out NTNX, that was up approximately 2.8% today and 6.6% on the week. We called out INVA, that was just up approximately 1% today. We also called out HRMY, so that was not a good call right now today. It was down 2%. And one of the other good calls as well as MMTLP was Tiximal PEGY. So that's up today in excess of 29%. So congratulations to everybody who got into that. We also estimated and predicted a positive earnings for UAL. So that was luckily the outcome. Earnings were positive and well received. And that stock is up approximately 7% on the week. So to get our next weekly watch list, you can certainly consider joining us in the Discord for little as $9 a month. Information is available in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned.